1 2 3 start.
Okay. Again, my dear students, welcome to this semiconductor physics lab session. And today we will going to perform another interesting kind of experiment that is known as the 4-probe experiment. Okay. So as you know, in this 4-probe experiment, we have to determine basically the resistivity of a semiconductor wafer or semiconductor material with the help of a 4-probe method. Okay. So as you know that we have to start our aim as per experiment, we have to start as per aim. So our aim is to determine the energy band gap of a semiconductor wafer using a semiconductor crystal by using the 4-probe method. Okay. So in this 4-probe method, basically we have to use the basic properties of a semiconductor, that when the temperature of a semiconductor increases, then the resistivity of the semiconductor decreases. And on this basis we have to determine the band gap. Okay. So now we have to start with. So as I told you that in case of aim, we have to determine the energy band gap of a semiconductor. Here we are using the germanium. Okay. And with the help of this we can using the 4-probe method to determine the band gap. Okay. After that we have the experimental setup as per the apparatus required. So here we have the complete setup of your 4-probe method, and in this 4-probe method we have the constant current power supply. So in this constant current power supply we have the arrangement for the current and the voltage. So here you can see this is for the voltage and this is for the current, and for this we have the input and output part also, that will represent you the current and the voltage part. This current and voltage that will be connected to this 4-probe measurement part. So here in this case of 4-probe measurement, we are using basically the 4 probes. Okay, what they have I will tell you. And so before that, this is the complete oven setup, and in this oven setup the complete 4-probe measurement part that will be inserted within it. So when the temperature of the oven that will get increases, then they have to work accordingly, and now with the help of this we can able to determine our band gap. Here this is the thermometer, and with the help of this we can measure the temperature of the oven. Okay, so that will be directly be in contact with it, and then we can able to measure the temperature. Okay, so if we talk about our 4-probe measurement or the probe measurement, so basically the arrangement of probes are like this. Okay, this is the complete probe setup that is said to be the probe. So here in this case we have the oven with respect to the power supply, we have the direct current source, and here this 4 point that is said to be the probes. So that's why with the help of this 4 probe names we can use the name 4 probe. So here you can see the probe 1, 2, 3 and 4. So from 1 and 4 that will be connected for your current, and this 3 and 2 and 3 that will be connected for your voltage. So that's why we can say this is the probe arrangement or 4-probe arrangement. Each probes that have a distance in between of the 2 mm, okay, in between 2 mm, and this 4 probes that will be in contact with the semiconductor material or semiconductor wafer. So here we are using the germanium, and all this complete setup that will be in contact with the perfect conducting plane. Okay, so this perfect conducting plane that will be in contact with the lower side with the help of oven. So when the temperature increases, this metallic contact will be in contact with the temperature, and then temperature that will be given to the semiconductor material or wafer. Okay, and then this will be act, or this through this we can able to calculate our voltage. Okay, so now come to again the point. So we have the probe or the probe arrangements. Okay, so this probe arrangements, okay, that have a good electrical contact with the sample, and in case of sample we are using the germanium sample. Okay, in a constant current power supply, already I have told we have the voltage and we have the current part, and accordingly we can use the thermometer in order to calculate our temperature. Okay, after that if we come to the formula part, so here as per your manual we can use the we can use the energy band gap formula. Okay, this is the general formula, that is 2 kV 2.3026 into log to the base 10 rho upon 1 by T. So log to the base 10 rho, that will basically give you the rho is the resistivity and T is the temperature. Okay, so here kb, that will denote to the Boltzmann constant and having the value of 8.6 into 10 to the power minus 5 rho resistivity. Okay, so in case of resistivity, if we have to find, because we are using the semiconductor wafer crystal, so for this again we have to use a general formula of rho, that is equal to rho naught Fw by S. Okay, with the help of this we can able to calculate resistivity. But we have to use this modern equipments, so that's why we can directly be come to the values of V upon I. Rho, that is equal to V upon I multiplied by 2 pi S. Okay, so what is S? S is the distance between the each probe, which is given as a 2 mm. W is the thickness of the semiconducting crystal, which have a value of 0.6 mm, and V and I, which is be given. So that's why in order to operate the device, we can basically use the voltage and current. So here, as per this modern calculation, we have V upon I multiplied by 2 pi S, and then finally we can got the values of rho, that is equal to V upon I 0.213. So this will the modern calculation part, through which we can able to calculate easily as per our equipments. Now how come to this point of the measurement part? So here how we can able to find out. So basically this experiment that can be verified by the graph also and also by the calculation. So with the help of this graph, we can simply be plot our graph as per the temperature and as per the resistivity. So here I have told you that we can use the basic semiconductor properties, that when the temperature of the semiconductor increases, the resistivity decreases. So that's why we have to plot a graph in between the temperature, that is 10 to the power 3 upon T, and log to the base 10 rho as a resistivity. Okay, and then we can able to find the slope of the graph. So that will be represented as AB upon BC, that is equal to log to the base 10 rho upon 10 to the power 3 upon T. So this AB and BC, basically this will represent the average values of all resistivity, and BC represent the average values of all temperature. Okay, but in case of calculation, how we can calculate? So here we have the general formula of the band gap, that will be represented this, but this is maybe it is difficult for you, or we can put the values or lot of values. So that's why we can simplify it, and then we can go towards the this value of the 2k and 2.306 this rho upon 1 by T, that will be represented in terms of this also, but this will be as per manual, this is BC, not CD, and this value in again be modified form, that will be represented, you can see here, that is equal to this much, and then again it is BC, not CD, and then finally we can come to this point of 0.30396 into AB upon BC. So directly you can able to find out the value in electron volt as a band gap. So this is the very simple formula, and this is very easy to find out our values. Okay. Now come to the observation table. So simply in case of observation table, we have the temperature. Okay, and accordingly temperature of degree centigrade, we have to again be converted into the Kelvin. Voltage we have to find out with our measurement. Resistivity we can able to calculate after the values, and then we can put all these values into this regular form of 10 to the power, this is plus T, okay, 10 to the power 3 upon T for the Kelvin temperature, and log to the base 10 rho as a resistivity. So here I will show you some of the readings, because this is a very long time taking experiment and it is not possible to complete all the values. So that's why I will tell you some of the reading. So for this we have to come to this. So here you can see कि we have to maintain our voltage and current part. So for this we have to maintain our current as per the constant current. So for this we have to measure this current up to the 1 volt. I have measured this current up to the 1 volt because it is very easy to divide by the 1. Okay, if you can also take 2. Okay, and in case of this, you can see here this red button that is blinking, it means I can just start, I can on our oven, and we can increase the temperature range. Okay, So when the temperature, if we just see our thermometer, so in case of thermometer, this is the thermometer that will calculate you the reading within degree centigrade. Okay, so if I check this value, so at present time the lab temperature is approximately 22 degrees centigrade. So if I put this into the direct in contact with our oven, then the value of the temperature that will be increasing. Okay, so respectively we can able to calculate the temperature, I can identify the temperature, and then respectively I can note down the values of the voltmeter. Okay, so here as you see here that in case of this experiment, we have the value of the current, so we have to put constant current as a 1 millimeter. Okay, with the help of this observation part, we have the distance between the probe, so that is 2 mm, thickness of the sample 0.6 mm, and again current, which I have already been told that it is be taken as a 1 milliampere. Okay, so now we have to take some of the readings. Okay, so as you see here that our temperature that is going to be increasing. Okay, and if we see that our temperature which is going to be increased from the 12 degree centigrade 20 degree centigrade to the 30. So here it is a flexibility that you have to take the measurement at a gap of 10 of the gap. Okay, so suppose I take up to the 20 degree, so in case of 20 degree value, it is, if we take the 20 degree centigrade, then the value is 1.14 something, this is the value, and again I have to take the reading up to the 10 gap as a 30. So I have to weight this. Now the temperature as per our thermometer, the temperature is 30. So this 30 degree centigrade, and then the value of the value is 113.7. Okay, okay, again we have to wait that we have to increase the temperature up to the gap of 10, and this will increase up to the 40. Okay, so you can see if it is visible for all of you that the temperature is increasing slightly, but it is moving. The only part here is that in this experiment we have to take some time, because when the temperature getting increasing, then we have to wait for it, and when the oven which is heated, then it is again very difficult to take a time so that it can be again get cooled. Okay, so now the value is at 40 and our value is 1.109.3. Okay, so likewise this, if we increase the temperature resistivity, then accordingly the value of the volt or the voltage that will getting decreasing. Okay, so here you can see that if we go, I have just calculated a overall kind of calculation here, and you can see here that we have to take at a gap of 40, 50, 60, 70 and like this. So generally we have to have the different values, and accordingly we have the voltage band, and with the help of this, with our formulas, we can able to find out our values of 10 to the power 3 and log, and then we can take the average of these two. Now this can be plotted against the graph, and then you can see here that we have to find out the values of AB and BC as a average values, and then we can able to find out our graph. So here you can see the log to the base 10 row that will be plotted against this y, and 1 by t that will be plotted against this x-axis. Okay, so and if we plot all the points, then we can able to find all the points, and then we can make the graph like this. Okay, so this is very easy. And in case of calculation part, what we have to do, we have to take the, you can see here, we have to take the average of these 2 points A, B and BC, and if we put our formula, then simply we can find out our values as a 0.450. Okay, so with the help of this, it is very easy to calculate the band gap with the help of 4 probe experiment. Okay, thank you.